You found Horrificial. Stories that begin like whispers and end where sleep doesn't follow. The siren had been silent for years. The residents of Willow Creek always said that if it ever went off again, it wouldn't be because of an emergency. It would be because something had arrived. On the night of October 3rd, 2:13 a.m., the siren came back to life. And no one in the neighborhood dared to open their doors. Ethan and Claire had been living in Willow Creek for almost a year now. They'd bought their house for the quiet, for the safety, the kind of gated community where neighbors waved, lawns stayed perfect, and the Willow Creek Homeowners Association monitored everything down to the shade of your porch light. That night, the air felt too still. Ethan had been awake, scrolling through his phone in bed, when a sound rose from somewhere deep in the neighborhood. It wasn't like any siren he'd ever heard, not the sharp whine of a police car, not the rising wail of a tornado warning. This one sounded alive. It pulsed. It breathed. A single drawn-out note that seemed to vibrate inside their walls, as if the air itself was screaming. Claire shot up, her face pale. "What is that?" Ethan held his breath. It wasn't just outside. The sound seemed to travel through the vents, through the floorboards, even the glass. Lily and Noah ran into the room moments later, both crying, hands over their ears. At the entrance of every home in Willow Creek was a neatly framed list of HOA rules. Rule 11 had always stood out to Ethan, though he never truly thought about it. Rule numbers 11. If the siren sounds, do not leave, do not speak, do not look outside. Claire's hands were shaking. "Ethan, Rule 11. This is it." He forced a laugh, trying to mask the rising dread. "Come on. It's probably some old alarm test." The house lights flickered. Down the street, something howled. Not human, not an animal. Something else. Ethan lowered his voice. "Okay. Everyone downstairs." They huddled in the living room with the blinds shut tight, but the sound was everywhere. Between each breath of the siren, there were smaller noises. Whispering, or maybe something brushing against the walls outside. Lily whimpered. "Dad, someone's outside." Ethan's chest tightened. "No one's outside, sweetheart." But then, a shadow slid across the window. Not a person, taller, thinner. It moved wrong, like smoke in the shape of a body. Noah pressed his hands against his ears. "It's saying something," he cried. And then Ethan heard it too. Buried deep beneath the siren's pulse was a voice. "Come out. We're here. It's time." At exactly 3 a.m., the siren stopped. The silence afterward was worse. Then Ethan's phone buzzed. HOA alert. Mandatory neighborhood meeting. Location, community hall, arrival required. No exceptions. Ethan stared at the message, his mouth dry. "They want us to go out there." Claire grabbed his arm. "Ethan, Rule 11. But something inside him cracked, maybe fear, curiosity. He couldn't explain why, but he felt like someone else was steering him toward the door. They joined the others outside. Every single neighbor silently walking toward the community hall. No one spoke. No one cried. The air still held a faint aftertaste of the siren. Above them, the sky glowed faintly red, like a heartbeat pressed against the clouds. Ethan noticed something strange. No one carried flashlights, but they could see everything perfectly. Light didn't seem to come from the sky or the street lamps, and it came from the ground itself. And in that light, their shadows didn't match their bodies. The community hall doors creaked open, revealing the HOA board sitting at a long table. But they weren't people anymore. Their skin was too smooth. Their smiles are too wide. And behind their eyes, something moved. The HOA president stood. "Thank you for obeying." Ethan wanted to scream, but he couldn't. His voice had vanished, sealed inside him. "Tonight," the president said, "the siren called us. And you answered. Every year we make a choice. Every year the community thrives, and now the gate will open." The walls shuddered. A seam in the floor split open like a wound, revealing something pulsing beneath the earth. The HOA members raised their hands in unison. A low, inhuman hum filled the room. Ethan felt his legs move forward, not by his choice. 1 step, 2, 3. Claire screamed silently. Lily clung to her leg. Noah's eyes were rolled back like he was sleepwalking. "They need a family," the president whispered, "and the siren has chosen." The floor opened wider, revealing a swirling mass of black and crimson light. The air was cold, wet, like standing near a mouth that shouldn't exist. Ethan grabbed the edge of a chair, trying to fight the pull. His bones ached. "You promised us safety," Claire gasped, finally forcing sound from her throat. The president's smile widened, splitting at the corners. "And we gave you safety, in exchange for them." Ethan realized the truth. This wasn't an alarm at all. It was a summoning. The siren roared again, but this time it wasn't coming from the speakers. It was coming from below. The ground itself screamed, every light blew out. The world tilted. Ethan's vision bled into red and black. He saw the other families, wide-eyed, unblinking, unmoving. They had done this before. Many times. This was how Willow Creek survived, and tonight, it was their turn. When the sun rose over Willow Creek, the streets were calm, the siren was silent. Birds sang. The HOA sent out a friendly message. "Thank you for your cooperation. Congratulations to the new family who has joined us in the below. Please maintain your properties. BBQ Sunday is still scheduled." The Johnson's house was gone. The grass where it stood was smooth, untouched, as if the home had never existed. The neighbors waved. The sprinklers clicked on, and deep underground a heartbeat answered. That night, a new family moved into Lot 13. They smiled, shook hands, and told everyone how safe the neighborhood felt. No one mentioned the siren, but somewhere beneath their feet the sound was waiting. It always waited, and when it came again, someone else would answer. The siren wasn't meant to warn them, it was meant to call them. And next time, it might call for you. Subscribe before it's too late.